You have lost your status, you have gone out of status, and now you're panicking and wondering what can be done. This video is for you. Watch it till the end. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Dhruv. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant at our firm Effizient Immigration Inc. We assist all prospective immigrants with their immigration to Canada. If you have any particular questions related to Canadian immigration, you can contact us. Our contact information is right here. You can call us, you can WhatsApp us, you can email us. We would be happy to assist you. If you'd like to talk to me personally, you can book an appointment with me. The link to book an appointment is in the description below. So guys, what to do if you have lost your status, if you are currently out of status, knowingly or unknowingly, you found out that you no longer have status in Canada, what to do? First of all, let's think about a few scenarios where you can lose your status. Number one is an obvious one. You had a status expiry date and you are past that date. For example, your work permit was expiring on March 15th. Today is March 16th, you have lost your status. Another common could be you were a visitor in Canada, your original entry was for 6 months, you have stayed beyond the 6-month period, well, you've lost your status. Another common scenario is you had applied for an extension of your status before the expiry of your prior status. However, that extension application got refused and now you're out of status. Does being out of status mean everything has ended, that you are in grave trouble? The answer is no. There are ways that you can regain your status in Canada, and we're going to talk about restoration of status in Canada in this video. Restoration of status is a provision by IRCC under the Immigration Refugee Protection Act and the regulations that allow folks who have lost their status in a limited window in the past to apply to restore their status. That is, in simpler words, if you have lost your status, you have this provision to gain your status, gain a legal status back in Canada through the restoration of status application. Now, the obvious question is, what are the requirements to be able to restore your status? The main requirement for restoration is that you should have lost your status within the last 90 days. You have a 90-day window, in other words, after you lose your status to restore your status. If the 90 days have passed and you have not yet applied to restore your status, that is it. There is no way you can restore your status, and that restoration provision does not apply to you anymore. The moment you lose your status, the 90 days counter starts right there. So for example, if you lose your status on March 16th, the 90-day counter has started. So 90 days from March 16th is your window. You need to apply to restore your status by then. Now the question is how to apply to restore your status. Well, restoration of status can be in many different forms. Basically, you would restore your status to, say, a worker, a visitor, a student, etc., depending on your particular situation, depending on what your case is. In most cases, restoration is done by simply applying for a status application and check marking the box that you would like to restore your status as well. Along with that, you have to pay the fee to restore your status. IRCC has a fee of $229 that you need to pay on top of the application that you are applying for to restore your status. As an example, if you lost your status as a worker and you want to restore your status to a worker, you're applying for an open work permit, you will apply for an open work permit. Along with it, you will pay the restoration fee. So the $255 of fee for open work permit is the fee that you'll pay, plus $229 restoration of status fee. Now, the next question people often ask is, after you've applied for restoration of status, can you work under the implied status? The answer is no, you cannot. The restoration of status is not the same as applying to extend your status. If you are in the restoration phase, you just apply for restoration and you can't do anything. You have to wait until there is a decision. If you have applied for a work permit along with your restoration of status, You have to wait until that application is approved before you can start working. In the restoration phase, you cannot do anything but wait. Once the application for restoration is approved, you will gain back your legal status in Canada, and then you can continue to comply with your legal conditions as imposed by the new status that you have restored yourself to. What happens in case of a denial of restoration application? If the applications to restore your status is denied, if you are still within the initial 90-day period from when your first application got refused or when you first went out of status, if you are within the 90-day, you can again apply to restore your status because you are doing it within the 90-day window. However, say that you lost your status on March 16th and you had applied for restoration, and restoration has taken April, May, June 16th, and you got denied say on June 20th. You are beyond the 90-day window from March 16th. Now you can no longer apply to restore your status. At this point, there are very limited options left for you, and you really need to talk to a professional or seek advice on what to do next. In most cases, people end up leaving the country. So in summary, guys, if you are out of status, if you have recently lost your status, don't panic. There are ways to restore your status, and you just need to be within the 90-day window. Just keep in mind the 90-day window. Make sure restoration is done before the 90-day window. As long as it's done, you should be okay. You can apply to extend your status and restore your status, and hopefully everything will go back to normal. You will be back in status and everything will be good from there. I hope this was helpful. This gave you a primer about restoration of status. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. That's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.